KSMO Salem.
AP News, I'm Haya Panjwani. AP correspondent Donna Warder reports on a decision to not continue to pursue the Georgia election interference case against President Trump.
Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump and others says in a court filing that he's decided not to pursue the case further. Peter Skandalakis took over the case from Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, whose romantic relationship with the special prosecutor she had picked to lead the case gave an appearance of impropriety. 14 other defendants still face charges, including Trump's former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Trump attorney and former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. I'm Donna Warder.
With reporters Derek Armstrong-Chan from the Hong Kong Fire Services, briefs on the fire engulfing some high-rise residential buildings, killing more than a dozen people.
The fire is spreading quickly to nearby buildings, and we received numerous assistance calls from the public, and also debris and scaffolding of the affected buildings are falling down, so pose additional danger to our frontline personnel.
AP's Julie Walker reports at the Gentle Barn in Tennessee this Thanksgiving, turkeys are for snuggling, not stuffing.
The Gentle Barn, an animal rescue organization in Tennessee, offers animal-based therapy. People can brush a friendly cow, give scratches and kisses to fluffy white sheep, or cuddle a turkey, says barn founder Ellie Lax.
The world has started to recognize that dogs, cats, horses have a therapeutic value to them. So at the Gentle Barn, we think, why not turkeys?
Lax says the idea to include therapies in turkey sessions came to her years ago when a particularly chatty bird was following her around.
This is AP News. AP correspondent Julia Frankel reports Israel has returned 15 more Palestinian bodies to Gaza as the first phase of the ceasefire nears an end.
Which really is bringing the first phase of the agreement to a conclusion. Israel handed over 15 more Palestinian bodies, and the Palestinian militants the day before handed over the body of hostage Dror Or, who was killed by the militants in their October 7th, 2023 attack that kickstarted the war in Gaza. With this latest swap, there are 2 more hostages whose remains are still in Gaza. Hamas reiterated on Wednesday that it was committed to returning them, but getting to the second phase of the deal is going to prove challenging because it involves developing an international stabilization force to deploy, as well as a governance system for the Gaza Strip. Officials were meeting in Egypt to discuss how to get to the second phase on Wednesday.
I'm Haya Panjwani, AP News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov. Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
Listen up to these Black Friday deals going on at the Rockin' G Western Trading Post in Salem. Buy one, get one half off Wrangler jeans. Buy one, get one 40% off in-stock boots. All Christmas items 40% off. Saddles 20% off. And toys 10% off. This is all going on at the Rockin' G Western Trading Post this Black Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 3629 North Highway 19 in Salem.
At KSMO, now time to look at the weather for this Wednesday afternoon, the day before Thanksgiving. We got lots of sunshine, and we do expect it to stay that way, but it's going to be much cooler than it has been, with a high today of only 43. Winds out of the northwest have cooled things down, and they'll continue to come at us at about 8 to 15 miles an hour, could gust up to 25 miles an hour. Clouds will roll in tonight and it'll clear out again after midnight with a low of 25 with northwesterly winds at around 5. Sunny on Thanksgiving Day and a high of 45. Northwest winds 5 to 10. Clear Thursday night, low of 20 with a light breeze. Sunny Friday, high of 44 with a southeasterly breeze by the afternoon. Friday night, there's a chance of getting a little bit of rain and or some snow after midnight, becoming all snow probably by early morning. Cloudy and a low of 28. The chance of that happening is 60%. Then rain on Saturday and a high of 41 with a chance of rain 90%. Rain likely again Saturday night, mainly before midnight with a low around 25 with clouds. And then on Sunday, look for more rain in the morning. Cloudy skies, high of 37 with a chance of snow developing Sunday night after midnight. Cloudy and a low of 17 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, it's 40 degrees, sunny skies, west-northwesterly winds at 16 mile an hour. We have humidity at 50% under sunny, bright sunny skies. Feels like 31 right now with the wind chill. Coming up next, it's time for the Brownfield Commentary and the Livestock Report, brought to you as a courtesy of your friends right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Now the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report on KSMO Radio. And before we get to that report, we do want to remind everybody to have a happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday and, of course, all the way through the weekend. So please drive careful, enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday, and, of course, spend it with time with some family and friends. Always a good thing to have. That's from all of us here at KSMO 1340 AM and 95.7 FM. And for all those who are streaming with us, again, have yourselves a very happy Thanksgiving and a very, very safe Thanksgiving weekend as well. Now that commentary on the Brownfield.
Food is central to every gathering during the holiday season. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. While many of us celebrate a bountiful harvest from Thanksgiving through New Year's Day, abundance of food is something many of our neighbors lack. Hunger is on the rise. A USDA report released this fall confirms the pervasiveness of food insecurity in America, revealing that 15.4% of rural households faced food insecurity last year. It should come as no surprise there's a sharp increase in food insecurity amidst historically high food prices. But it's not only the price of food that's higher. Everything is exponentially higher than in past years. It breaks my heart knowing that many of our neighbors in rural America are forced to make the difficult choice between buying food or other basic needs. Food insecurity exists in every county in this country, with levels varying across regions. Rural counties make up 62% of all counties in the country, but 9 out of 10 counties with high food insecurity are rural. The government Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, provides financial assistance to many low-income individuals and families to help them purchase food. But half of those experiencing food insecurity may not qualify because of program restrictions based on household income. Many of those food insecure families in our rural communities will not admit to you or anyone else they need help. They will not apply for the SNAP program or go to a local food bank. What can you do to help? Share. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world when you choose your passwords. Make them strong. Use a password manager to help you along. But don't just use a password alone. Get a call, get a text, or a code on your
You've seen the vertical screens in Salem and Houston filled with local community events, business ads, and even obituaries. It's called Town Screen. But did you know that you could place your message in either or both of those towns, starting as low as $15 for a week per market? You won't find a more affordable way to get your message out to the public. Produce your own ad or get help from the Town Screen staff. Go online to townscreen.com or call or text 636-338-1199. Town Screen.
Direct cash cattle trade is quiet. Hello, I'm Kellen Havikin with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Bids have been renewed already Wednesday morning in Kansas at $215, but otherwise the market remains idle. On Tuesday, some trade developed in the north at $330, which is $15 lower than last week's weighted average. Although there's not been many cattle traded in the south, a handful of deals were marked at $215, which is $7 to $9 lower than last week's weighted average. Box beef is mixed. Choice is $145 lower at $368.84, and select was $255 higher at $358.48. The choice select spread is $10.16. At the Sioux Falls Regional Cattle Auction in Worthing, South Dakota, compared to last week, too few steer and heifer calves offered to make full price comparisons, and much lower undertones noted. Yearling steers and heifers $30 to $50 lower. The USDA says light to moderate demand for a limited offering of steer and heifer calves and light to moderate demand for yearlings. Feeder supply included 45% steers and 91% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers 752 to 769 pounds brought $300 to $322 with an average price of $307.88. Medium and large one feeder heifers 857 to 884 pounds brought $271 to $281 with an average price of $278.43. Cash hogs were not reported on Wednesday due to confidentiality. There was a light negotiated run. Processors hold the cards and have been able to move needed numbers without having to get aggressive in their procurement efforts. The holiday shortened week is likely coming into play, but if there was going to be any volume of negotiated business, it will likely happen today. The industry continues to monitor the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights, which have been starting to rise. 5-day rolling average for barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct is 70.92. Iowa, southern Minnesota is 73.80, and the western Corn Belt is 73.80. The Midwest butcher hog markets are closed this week for the Thanksgiving holiday. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices are $3 lower with moderate demand for moderate offerings. Barrows and gilt prices are steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings from $42 to $55, and boars ranged from $20 to $30 and $15 to $20. And pork values are 98 cents higher at midday at $93.23, with all primal cuts except loins higher. I'm Kellen Havikin for Brownfield.
Water hemp, Palmer amaranth, and giant ragweed. Left undisturbed, they will become the most dangerous foes to corn plants. But in the early season, these weeds are at their weakest. Now is the time. A predator lurks. Certain herbicide attacks, unleashing full residual power before weeds have a chance to emerge. Pre or early post-application, they are hopeless against such effective chemistry. Certain herbicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
In a world flooded with information and misinformation, one thing matters more than ever: trust. For over 50 years, Brownfield Ag News has delivered verified, unbiased coverage you can count on the radio, online, and through social media. No spin, no agenda, just honest, dependable reporting for farmers, ranchers, and rural communities. Because when the stakes are high, the truth matters. Brownfield Ag News, verified and unbiased. Learn more at brownfieldagnews.com.
At KSMO Radio, that's been the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report, brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. And don't forget, also your friends right here at Your World Today, 4 pages of news you can use, and it's absolutely free. Hey, Your World Today is bringing you a look at our updated funeral announcements right here on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM. And everyone from Your World Today, and of course our friends at Town Screen as well, do wish you a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Your World Today, pick it up in paper form or online. You can get it in Salem and Bunker, or online at KSMORadio.com. Your World Today. Virginia Tudor Wisdom of Boss passed away Monday at the Meadowbrook Residential Care and Pilot Knob at the age of 88. Funeral services for Virginia Tudor Wisdom will be held at noon Saturday at the Macedonia United Baptist Church. Visitation will be held from 11 Saturday morning until service time at the church. Burial will be in the Boss Cemetery. Memorials may be made at the Boss Cemetery. Memorial envelopes are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Virginia Tudor Wisdom, whose funeral services will be at noon Saturday afternoon at the Macedonia United Baptist Church. Benny Burrell Bryson passed away November 21st in Salem. A memorial gathering for Benny Bryson will be held at 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 4 on Saturday in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the donor of your choice. Again, Benny Bryson's memorial gathering will be from 2 in the afternoon until 4 at the Wilson Mortuary in Salem on Saturday afternoon. April Lorraine Hadakowski of Fort Leonard Wood, formerly of Salem, passed away on Sunday, November 16th at the age of 54. Funeral services for April Lorraine Hadakowski will be held at 2 o'clock Sunday at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation from 1 until service time on Sunday at the chapel. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for April Lorraine Hadakowski, whose funeral services will be on Sunday at 2 at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. And that's a look at our updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio. We invite you to keep it right here as your friends at Your World Today also brought you a look at our updated funeral announcements. And again, reminding you to have a happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday. News is on its way shortly. Keep it right here.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Here at KSMO, it's now time for a look at local news. Local news brought to you by your friends at the SBU Salem campus, located 501 South Grand Street right here in Salem. It provides quality higher education close to home for the residents of Dent County and surrounding areas. To find out more information about the degrees or the programs offered by SBU Salem, just contact them at 729-7071. That's 729-7071. SBU Salem campus, bringing you a look at local news. An accident occurred in Marys County on Highway 63 about a half a mile south of Route P last evening at 11:35 that put a looking man in serious condition. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2005 Ford Escape driven northbound by a 60-year-old male of Licking failed to negotiate a curve and went off the right side of the roadway where the vehicle overturned. Man suffered serious injuries and was taken by air evac to the University of Missouri Hospital in Columbia. He was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The vehicle was totaled and removed from the scene by Ron Dishman's towing. The Highway Patrol was assisted by the Marys County Sheriff's Department, St. James Ambulance District, and the Vichy Volunteer Fire Department. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen held its regular meeting Monday evening in the auditorium at 202 North Washington Street. After approving the agenda and the consent agenda, the board appointed Catherine Hill and Conrad Haig to the Salem Public Library Board of Trustees. The aldermen also approved a bid from Forrester Works in the amount of $112,861.16 for feeder line tree trimming. The phase of the project will cover 7 miles of feeder line in the southwest quadrant of the city and includes limb trimming, tree removal, brush clearing, and lawn remediation to ensure utility lines remain clear, reliable, and safe. The Electrical Fund's capital improvements budget currently has $69,500 remaining for tree trimming this fiscal year. The remaining $43,361.16 will be allocated in the next fiscal year beginning in July. During reports of city officials, City Administrator Sally Burbridge highlighted her recent meeting with the MMMPEP. Finance Director Stacey Houston presented the city's financial report, and Economic Development Director Carrie Sutterfield updated the board on ongoing local projects. Sutterfield also reported on her attendance at the National Rural Economic Development Association's conference in Tennessee, made possible in large part by her selection as one of 4 scholarship recipients. Mayor Greg Parker noted several upcoming community events. Public Works Director Steve Payne reported the city's utility crews continue to make progress on Phase 2A wastewater treatment plant upgrades and that the facility remains in good condition. Alderwoman Catherine Dent shared that she attended the ribbon cutting for the new Four Rivers Salem Clinic and announced that the Advocates for Animals, a subcommittee of the Community Involvement Committee, facilitated an agreement between the Ozark Pet Rescue and Dent County Animal Welfare Society to assume operations of the former Dent County Animal Welfare Society facility, which will be renamed the Ozark Pet Rescue Charlotte White Center. Additional details will be provided at a later date. With no further reports, the meeting was then adjourned. The next regular Alderman meeting is scheduled for December 9th at the auditorium, and that meeting would be open to the public. Corporal Michael A. Turner, Superintendent of the Missouri State Highway Patrol, reminds everybody there's an increase in traffic over the Thanksgiving holiday. The holiday is one of the busiest travel periods of the year, with Wednesday and Sunday being the most heavily traveled times. Drivers should expect more traffic and the possibility of delays throughout the weekend. Regardless of traffic patterns, safety should remain a priority. The counting period for the 2025 Thanksgiving holiday weekend is from 6:30 this evening to 11:59 Sunday night, November 30th. Troopers will be participating in Operation CARE, which stands for Crash Awareness and Reduction Effort, enforcing all traffic laws and by being available to assist the public. Over the 2024 Thanksgiving holiday counting period, 11 people were killed and 571 injured in 1,664 traffic crashes. If you plan to travel over Thanksgiving holiday weekend, be aware of work zones, obey all traffic laws, and make sure everyone in your vehicle is wearing a seatbelt or secured in the appropriate child safety seat for their size and age. Remember, Missouri is a hands-free state, so put the phone down and buckle up. There is never a reason to speed, drive aggressively, or drive impaired. Drivers should also be aware of some ongoing road construction throughout the state. Patrol does suggest that travelers use the MoDOT Traveler Information Map to plan their travel days. The map provides up-to-date information such as road closures, delays, construction zones, and alternative routes. If being on or near the water is part of your Thanksgiving holiday weekend plan, remember, the water is becoming colder and hypothermia is a concern. The body loses heat 25 times faster in water than in the air at the same temperature. The proper use of life jackets is imperative. The public is encouraged to call Patrol's emergency report line 1-800-525-5555 or star 55 on your cell phone if you happen to witness criminal activity, observe driving behavior that could cause a crash, or experience an emergency. Those phone numbers are operational both on the highway and on the water. The Salem Area Chamber of Commerce and City of Salem hold their Christmas Parade of Lights in Salem on Friday, December 5th. It starts at 6, and this year's theme is Candy Cane Lane. Parade route will be the same as it has been in past years, starting from SBU, heading east on Franklin, traveling north of MacArthur to 4th Street, before traveling east to the Dent County Courthouse. Entry forms are available at the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce office in Salem. They do need to be returned by Monday at noon, December 1st, to the Chamber office. You can pick one up there at 1136 South Main Street, or email it to the Chamber at chamber@salemo.com. Should you have any questions about participating in the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce and City of Salem Christmas Parade of Lights, feel free to call the Chamber office 573-729-6900. And the Missouri State Parks, in partnership with the University of Missouri, is gathering feedback to better understand how our parks and historic sites bring value to visitors and local communities. Anyone who has visited one of Missouri's 93 state park or historic sites in the past 12 months is encouraged to take the 5-minute survey. Responses are completely anonymous and will help improve visitor experiences while strengthening communities across the state. This essential feedback will help Missouri State Parks better understand the true economic and social value our parks bring to visitors and local communities. At first glance, survey takers may feel the questions are out of place, with the first question asking the respondent if they've most recently visited the Katy Trail State Park or another park or site. However, the survey was designed to serve two purposes. It'll provide a Katy Trail-specific report and a system-wide analysis of all Missouri state parks, historic sites, and trails. That particular question will separate the data for two different reports. The survey was designed by a collaborative University of Missouri research team from the School of Natural Resources, the Division of Applied Social Sciences, and the Assessment Center. To take that survey, visit mizzou.us/mo-state-parks. The survey, funded by a grant from the U.S. Economic Development Administration, will close on November 30th. That's a Sunday. For more information on state parks and historic sites, visit mostateparks.com. More after this.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Check out Country Mart in Salem, where in their bakery you can find a large variety of cakes for all occasions, anytime, and by special order, like anniversary, wedding, and birthday cakes. Country Mart has a full-service deli where breakfast is served daily. They have deli sandwiches that are made while you wait, and they offer daily lunch specials every day. You'll also find a large selection of cheese and deli meats to choose from. It's just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem, Highway 3272 East.
Holiday savings are going on now at Napa Auto Parts store in Salem, where you'll find Rain-X washer fluids starting at $4.99. Save up to 42% on select night vision LED minis, fog lights, and LED sealed beams and gear up accessories. Your choice for $7.49 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem. Open from 8 to 5 Monday through Fridays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
Reality check number 22. On a scale of 1 to 10, shouldn't customer service be an 11? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Walk into any Town & Country and you'll feel welcome right away. We're your neighbors. If you're a customer, we'll probably even call you by name. It's just what neighbors do. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Truman the Tiger. M-I-Z. Marching Mizzou. And of course,
To the house! To the house!
the traditions of Mizzou football live here.
A scoop and score for Missouri!
Catch every game all season long right here.
Never quit! Never gave up!
On your home for Mizzou football, the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Why stop now?
Let's look at that forecast again. Sunny skies throughout the day today, but much cooler than yesterday. We're only going to top out at 43 with a northwesterly breeze that continues to cool things down even more. Here coming at us at about 15 miles an hour and gusting up to 25. Clouds tonight. Early, clearing late, low at 25 with northwest winds 5 to 10. Thanksgiving Day itself, sunny and a high of 45 with a northwesterly breeze at 5 to 10. Clear Thursday night, low at 20 with a calm wind. Sunny Friday, high of 44 with a calm wind becoming southeasterly in the afternoon. For Friday night, rain and snow is going to occur, more than likely after midnight, possibly changing to all snow for a little while. Cloudy and a low of 28, the chance of precipitation 60%. On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of getting some rain, high of 41, and rain in the evening Saturday night, mainly before midnight, and then cloudy, low of 25. Sunday, we'll have the possibility of some rain in the morning, otherwise cloudy and a high of 37, with a chance of snow developing after midnight Sunday night, cloudy and a low of 17. And on Monday itself, a chance of some snow, otherwise partly sunny, and a high of 33 degrees. It's going to get bitterly cold next week. Currently right here at KSMO Radio, we're still going to call it 40 degrees. Winds are still out of west-northwest at about 16 miles an hour. We do have relative humidity. It's still 50%, and it still feels like about 31 right now here at KSMO Radio. We'll come right back. We have some sports news on the way next when we return right after this.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers. Oh, they're here. Who needs something to drink?
we've been overindulging a little more than usual. Thank goodness we both added active liver to our diets to give our livers some much-needed support so we have the energy we need to enjoy the holidays. Try Active Liver today and enjoy all the holiday treats with the peace of mind of knowing you're giving your liver some relief.
Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite.
Now time for sports news, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio. Salem basketball Tigers open their 2025-26 regular season at Licking Tuesday night against the Wildcats in the Cat Classic. In the Salem varsity Lady Tigers game, Keely Gorman of Licking led the way. She scored 20 points and had 5 steals in the Lady Wildcats' 61-31 win over Salem. Hadley Davis netted 13 more points for Licking in the win, while the Salem Lady Tigers were led by Clara Ball with 9 points. Lady Tigers JV team beat Licking by a final score of 38-23 in the first match of the night. In the Salem varsity boys game, Braden Gap scored 21 points, followed by Lincoln Thomas, who tallied 13 more, as the Tigers beat the Wildcats for the first time since 2011, 53-45. Carson Walker scored 17 points for Licking, and Chasen Ingram added 14 more for the Wildcats. Salem JV Tigers also beat Licking 52-25, as Salem won 3 of the 4 games played Tuesday night. Licking boys and girls will participate in the Frisco League tournament starting on Saturday. Salem Lady Tigers will be off until December 8th when they host Union, while the boys will be in the FCNB Banquet tournament in Sullivan starting Monday night at 8:30 when they play Cuba. The game can be heard on KSMO Media, streamed live starting at 8:30, and joined on KSMO Radio immediately after the St. Louis Blues game around 9:30. St. Louis Blues wrap up their 5-game trip in New Jersey. As their road trip comes to an end, they face the Devils, starting the pregame show at 5:30. That game can be heard right here on KSMO. Puck drop will be at 6 o'clock. The Kansas City Chiefs will be in Dallas to face the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day at 3:30. Chiefs are 6-5. Dallas is 5-1 on the year. And Missouri basketball Tigers remain undefeated, beating South Carolina State 98-66. They'll host the Cleveland State Vikings Friday afternoon at 1, right here on KSMO Radio with the pregame at 12:30. And that's local sports news brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Now more sports up next from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with college basketball, where the Missouri Tigers upped the record to 7-0 with a 98-66 victory over South Carolina State last night. Mark Mitchell leading the way, 15.7 rebounds and 6 assists.
All we could just prepare for the randomness. You know, they could throw a whole different types of presses at you, so we just were trying to be prepared for that in any way, shape, or form they come. We know they play man, they play zone. Even at times, I think they just were going back and forth between things. But I think we did really good, and obviously having 19 assists to 9 turnovers is something we really try to harp on. I'm glad we did that.
The Tigers will be back in action on Friday as they play host to Cleveland State. Also from the scoreboard last night, Southeast Missouri State 84-68 the victory over Cal Poly. The Redhawks in action tonight taking on Northern Arizona. To football, where the Kansas City Chiefs in a short game week prep mode as they get set for the Thanksgiving Day matchup in Dallas against the Cowboys. The Chiefs this year playing on both Thanksgiving and Christmas. Head coach Andy Reid.
Means you're doing, or have done, halfway decent, right? So it's not a lot of games being played either one of those 2 days. So that's why I think that's the way you have to approach it. I can't tell you I'm great. I'm excited about short weeks, but I mean that's part of this thing. So The guys, we get them ready and they go play.
The Chiefs and Cowboys kick off at 3:30 on Thanksgiving Day. To college football, where the Missouri Tigers preparing for their matchup on Saturday at Arkansas, taking on the Razorbacks in the Battle Line rivalry game. To baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals yesterday trade starting pitcher Sonny Gray to the Boston Red Sox for 3 players. Finally to hockey, where the St. Louis Blues in New Jersey tonight to skate against the Devils. Puck drops at 6 o'clock. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned.
My victory is getting my life back.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Life doesn't pause when you're sick. Vaccines against respiratory illnesses can help protect you and give you more playtime with your best friend. Depending on age and health status, vaccinations for flu, COVID-19, RSV, or pneumococcal infection may be recommended. Vaccines can help keep you from having a rough time. Learn more at cveep.org/vaccines-protect. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and CVEEP, fighting infectious respiratory disease.
It's tailgate time, so come into Country Mart in Salem today and pick up all your tailgate supplies that you will need, like lunch meats, condiments, beverages, paper plates, cups, plastic utensils, paper towels, or how about Glenn's Smokehouse ribs, pork steaks, or even fried chicken. Plus, don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. Stop by and see them today.
Winter means one thing. McRib season has finally arrived. That saucy, tangy, tender barbecue sandwich you crave all year long? Yep, it's finally back. Celebrate with 15% off when you spend more than $12 only in the McDonald's app. Okay, well, maybe there is a better way to celebrate. Pair it with golden fries and a Diet Dr. Pepper. Ooh, make the most of McRib season while it lasts. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 12/28/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Must opt in to rewards. Excludes stats. Diet Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. Expect more law enforcement out and about on this day before Thanksgiving. The Missouri State Highway Patrol's Lieutenant Brown says tonight is one of the busiest bar nights.
We have a lot of extra vehicles on the road. People are going to be using substances that impair their ability to drive and going to be on those roadways.
The Thanksgiving travel forecast is taking shape. The National Weather Service says a rain-snow mix will be possible Friday night into Saturday throughout a large part of Missouri. There's new information about a deadly fire in northwest Missouri's DeKalb County. The Sheriff's Office says 8-year-old Millie Krebs, 36-year-old Mary Justice, and 26-year-old Christopher Evans died in the fire November 20th. A Missouri man is headed to prison after being convicted of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from a northwest Missouri school district. Prosecutors say accountant Anthony Moon embezzled from the Savannah R3 district, using funds to pay off credit cards and buy Kansas City Chiefs tickets. And cooks are preparing 12,000 meals for Fort Leonard Wood's annual Turkey Day feast for soldiers, veterans, and Gold Star families. Missouri Net News.
Every child deserves a fair shot at a bright future. That's why Save the Children Head Start administers Head Start programs in rural America. We leveled the playing field early, helping children start school strong, stay strong, and unlock their full potential. Because education is the best path out of poverty. Learn more at savethechildren.org/Head Start.
My husband is a veteran, and he was injured in the line of duty.
It happened while I was deployed to Iraq. An IED detonated 3 feet from my face.
It was bad.
I remember thinking, who's going to take care of my wife and daughter?
We took care of each other, with a lot of help from DAV.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Jason get the life-changing support and benefits they've earned.
My victory is knowing my disability doesn't define me.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Water hemp, Palmer amaranth, and giant ragweed. Left undisturbed, they will become the most dangerous foes to corn plants. But in the early season, these weeds are at their weakest. Now is the time. A predator lurks. Certain herbicide attacks, unleashing full residual power before weeds have a chance to emerge. Pre or early post-application, they are hopeless against such effective chemistry. Certain herbicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Hear the best music every day. KSMO, Salem.
Between all